This program is funded in part by, no one, okay? So stop making fun of our sets.
Yeah, you people think this is easy? You know, I mean, it's not easy being us.
Previously on Dirty Laundry.
Town Hall, where I'm headed right now. Tim is debating Mayor Newell today.
Well, can't wait to see how this turns out. We're both finally going to get what we deserve.
Time and not too tight.
Announcing the Grindstone name in a public forum like this could cut the final ties between the two of you. Listen, man, it's obvious to everybody you want to have your own identity. Tearing this on television would make her insane with fury.
How dare he link himself to such a publicly, scandalously delicious form? That's it. I'm double my contribution to the Newell campaign.
Let's place the power back into the hands of the people, where it belongs. Back into the hands of a man who goes home to a hot meal and a loving family. That man is me, ladies and gentlemen. Tim Simpson.
Dead. I mean, that bastard's dead. What the hell is happening to me? I mean, I saw his blood spewed all over the floor tiles. I mean, he's gonna be dead.
Here, drink this. Now, will you pass it on to me again, okay?
My God, woman, what is this stuff?
Coffee, black and strong?
Well, when I asked for something strong, I wanted like a shot of bourbon or a glass of scotch or something.
Well, excuse me, this is Town Hall. Would you expect me to find bourbon or scotch around here?
Why don't you check the mayor's desk? By the way, what the hell just happened to me?
Oh, you mean back in the debate room when you started raving like a mad lunatic and fell to the ground on cold?
No, honey, I mean what happened on General Hospital yesterday. Of course I mean what happened in the debate room.
Naturally, we were concerned, of course, just a tad. But then that nice little moderator stepped in and started giving you mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. And then we realized that you weren't dead when you revived long enough to beat the man to a bloody pulp.
Hey, what?
And then the police had to come and shock you with a taser things and just to detain you. So then we passed out again, and we had to bring you back here. And then I had to run with the First Lady. And imagine that woman trying to steal my trademark neck scarf. I don't think so. Well, naturally I was so upset. And I had had enough.
So while you're saying that I was out cold due to a near lethal dose of electric shock, you were discussing fashion faux pas?
Well, my, how the tides have changed. It wasn't too very long ago I myself was on the way to the Sizzler. You know, I'd say we're on some verge of blissful irony right here.
Well, what about Mel? I mean, is he still around?
Mel? Honey, Mel is dead. I knew that last shock you had when you took the fear.
Well, who's that guy in the conference room?
Oh, you mean Mel's twin brother Calvin?
Oh!
Oh, of course. Oh, Melody, twin brother. Oh, how silly of me to overlook such an obvious detail like the man who looks like identical to someone I just murdered. Well, that was murdered by someone who, well...
I think he seems kind of nice. He's a bit abrasive, but not the weirdo that Mel was.
And when exactly did you find all this out?
Well, excuse me. I had to do something to appear as if everything were normal while you're passed out back here.
How long exactly was I passed out for?
Yeah, about 4 hours.
4 hours? Oh, God, the debate, the press. What does the public think of me?
Don't worry, this is your birthday. Now I'll come and take care of everything. Don't worry.
And as I was saying, it's because of Mr. Timpson's heroics during Operation Desert Storm and the whole dangerous game of chemical warfare that episodes like the one that happened today still plague Mr. Timpson and interrupt his otherwise peaceful and simple life. Thank you. Thank you for coming today.
I feel Tim's pain. Imagine fighting for your country, the land that you love, only to suffer from the scars of corporate greed and oil mogul mentalities.
Larry, darling, I don't think it was J.R. Ewing that sprayed nerve gas in our little Timmy's face. It was, you know, those Arabian Nights or something.
Blanche, when are you going to realize that the common man is just a pawn? Bossed around their entire lives by that small yet powerful group of individuals who do nothing all day but sit on their butts and make others do their dirty work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nice, Larry. Oh, now, would you be a darling and run along and bring my baby Blue out front? I am awfully late for my manicure.
Are you having poor Larry schlep around for you now? Blanche, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Ashamed of what? Larry is a friend, and he knows what friendship is all about.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Well, maybe Larry hasn't gone to Chapter 6 of the Rhinestone Bylaws yet. That should open his eyes to your definition of servitude.
Why don't you go back to your wherever you came from and leave me be?
Well, that will soon be the mayor's mansion. And I'm sure the Timpsons would just love to have their very generous campaign supporter over for tea. We may even make visits to the governor's place.
Oh.
You know, he is quite smitten with this new regime.
So help me, Giles. If
Please, I prefer Xavier.
Don't you push me or I'll see you...
What?
Just the woman I was looking for.
Oh, Mr. Abacus. And why is that? Have you finally seen the light and decided to have a truly upstanding member of the community involved in your little campaign?
No, actually, Blanche, I'm here to serve you this. It's a restraining order filed against you by my client, Mr. Giles. It seems you've made several threats to him, threatening bodily harm, to the point now where he fears for his life.
You have got to be kidding me.
Oh, no, quite the contrary. I'm very serious. So serious to the point that Judge Ito has seen that Mr. Giles needn't suffer a moment longer.
In other words, Blanche, you're invading my space.
Oh, I'll invade more than your space.
No. You don't want to add verbal abuse to that list now, do you?
Verbal abuse? If there is anyone victim of verbal harassment, that would be... that would be me. Malcolm?
Yes?
How is it that you, get a hold of one of these little itsy-bitsy restraining orders, hmm?
Well, Blanche, I do feel for you. Really, I do. To the point where I had another conversation with Judge Ito and discussed your case. We came to the conclusion that you too are a victim. So therefore, here, it's a restraining order filed by Mrs. Rhinestone here against you. You can no longer come within 50 yards of her either until this case is discussed further with the judge.
Hey.
Hey.
Now, Neither of you can have anything to do with each other. I suggest you part and go your separate ways.
Thank you very kindly, Mr. Abacus. You are a wonderful man. Larry was altogether wrong about you. You're nothing like that scum that floats along the river by the Capitol. Good day. Good riddance.
What the hell was that all about? I seem to have missed a few steps in the master plan. Would you care to explain?
Patience, buddy. Patience. We have her right where we want her. Out of your hair.
Yeah, I understand that. But what about the restraining order against me? I don't see where this comes into play.
Don't worry about it. She thinks I'm an ally. Soon I'll be a confidant.
That's true. But what's to say you won't sell out to the highest bidder? What's to say you're not going to play both sides of the fence?
Who, me? You know me. That's not my style, man. It's just not my style.
Oh, Tina, darling. How are you doing?
I'm just fine, Blanche. It's Tim I'm worried about.
Oh, yeah. How is the little dear? He took quite a few good jolts before he went down. I swear I can still smell something burning.
Never knew he had it in him. But he's feeling better now, and soon my sweetie will be up and at him and right on the campaign trail better than ever.
Oh, well, now it's a pity that I can't do more for you two in your little old campaign, but, you know, with that horrid and court-sanctioned abuser on your side, there really isn't much I can do except stand in the shadows and root you aside and in a little yee-haw.
Oh, yeah, that's very thoughtful of you, Blanche. However, paltry and insignificant, but what a day it has been. It has just been so long. I just cannot wait to get out of these clothes and go home and take a bath. And
It's been tough. Tina, darling, I think I know a way I can help.
Oh, that's nice, Blanche.
What I cannot give you in monetary amount, I can more than make up for with my wealth of fashion savvy.
Fashion savvy? Blanche, you?
Oh, hard to believe, isn't it? But really, to the untrained eye, it may appear that I am just always naturally radiant and refreshed. But just between you and I, Tina, I'll tell you, this look is not 100% natural beauty.
You're kidding.
I kid you not. Of course, it has taken me years to reach this level of perfection, but with my help, you will be the cat's meows of the social fashion world.
I like how I look, Blanche. It's sort of a cross between the social graces of Jackie Kennedy and the stand by your man, equal rights mentality of Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Honey, you are entering the Cedar Falls social circle now. And I am your ticket to acceptance. Besides, Elsa Newell never had what it took to be a first lady.
So what does it take, Blanche?
Fringe, Tina. Look to the fringe.
Blanche, it is somewhat cold out there.
Oh.
And since you insist on keeping the top down, I'll become a bit frostbitten.
Oh, Larry, sugar pie. Well, I just forgotten all about you, you little icicle. Where is my head today? Oh, well.
You're forgiven, but I do need to return to the laundromat.
Well, of course, darling, of course. Just as soon as you drop me by my salon,
Blanche, I'm beginning to feel a little taken advantage of here.
Larry, friends do not take advantage of each other. Friends see and help each other in their hour of need. You are my friend, aren't you, Larry?
Yes, Blanche.
I thought so. Good then. Stop you, darling, or I'm going to be late. Remember what I said now, darling. Fringe. Let's go, Larry.
Yes, Blanche.
This town is wet.
I'm becoming a confidant.
Yes, Malcolm, but how do I know you're not gonna ride both sides of the fence?
Who, me? You know me. That's not my style. It's not my style.
Whoa! Greetings! Greetings and salutations, new friend. It's good to see you.
I didn't think I'd be around so long. I've got me some laundry I have to do.
Oh, please, please, allow me. As a new patron and a close relative to an old friend of mine, it would be my honor to do your first load of laundry free of charge.
No thanks. I don't particularly like people pawing around on my personal stuff.
Wow, you are the total opposite of your brother. But please, I insist.
And I insist on doing my own damn laundry.
That was, some debate today, huh?
It was enlightening.
Tim was doing pretty well there for a while until, well, until you...
You mean until he took one look at me and started screaming like a 15-year-old girl?
Yeah, then. He did seem pretty shaken up, though. And white as a ghost, I might add.
You know, either I have that effect on people, or this town is full of pansies. You know, he never did answer my question. I did get to talk to his wife later, though. She's some looker. She's the one who wears the pants in that family.
Tina?
Yeah, you know, she was kind of sizing me up, looking for an angle.
What do you mean, looking for an angle?
That's like when someone who's in the know wants to know what someone else in the know knows.
I don't understand.
That's a surprise. You know Detective Badesco?
Yeah, he was, or is, the lead detective on Mel's case.
He's meeting me here to discuss any progress.
Oh. Great.
This is the third revision yet today. I'm really beginning to hate these shells, and I won't even begin to say what my feelings are towards her. How many different ways can one change your mind? Don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those lowbrow Neanderthals who can't handle a woman in authority. The way I see it, co-workers are individuals, not seen as different genders, races, or colors. I like working with women, as long as they're nice women. She, on the other hand, has one too many screws not quite tightened enough. First it was to categorize the shells by shape. Then I needed to scrap that system and list them by age. Then by origin, and so on and so on. Pretty soon my head was spinning so much that I was hearing a lot more than the ocean coming from these shells. Her voice was there, nagging me. She makes a decision and then she goes with another idea. Heck, I wouldn't care at all if it didn't affect my own job responsibility.
You know, Peter, I was thinking, would it be too much to list these shells alphabetically instead of numerically?
Well, Judy, I've told you that I'll help you out any way I can, but I do have other responsibilities. Please just let me know the system you want, and we'll stick with it.
Oh, I know I must be a real pain. You're a pal. The alphabetical system is the surefire way to go. Thanks.
Off she goes. Where, I don't know. Nor do I much care at this point. As long as she stays out of my hair and lets me finish this seemingly endless task, I'll be fine. Otherwise, I may have to check myself into Bellevue. What kind of shells are these anyway? Left over from some sci-fi picture about mutant sea life? I've seen some crazy stuff around here in the archives, but really? Does she think that these will be safe on display with those kids around them? This is a lawsuit ready to happen. However, I digress, and that takes time away from me actually completing this chore. The quicker I get this done, the better the chance of not having to deal with her again. Alphabetical. Alphabetical. Just keep thinking alphabetical.
Actually, Peter, I have just come up with the perfect way to keep records of these shells before we put them on display. We will record them by their weights.
Their weights?
Perfect, don't you think? I would help, but I have to go make some calls about some things. I'll try to be back in a few minutes.
Weight. Now she wants to know the weights of each shell. Oh, Judy, could you tell me how much this one weighs? Ah! I think she got the point.
Well, we meet again, Mr. Alcala.
Hi, Inspector Badesco. It's nice to see you again.
Why do I get the feeling you don't really mean that?
Detective Badesco.
I'm going to take my best Carmen Sandiego guess and say you're Mel Haynes' brother.
Very good. It's a shame you couldn't find answers so quickly about my brother's murder.
Ouch. You didn't tell me you were twins.
I didn't see the necessity.
Oh, okay. So you're walking around the same town that your twin brother's murderer is still at large and you don't feel any concern.
Whose fault is that?
All right, you're the direct type. I appreciate the direct type. But what you have to appreciate is that up till now there have been no new leads in the case.
That's why I'm offering my help.
Mr. Haynes.
Call me Calvin.
Mr. Haynes, the best thing that I can ask you to do is to just stay out of it. The last thing I need is another Haynes homicide on my hands.
Yeah, but maybe the resemblance will flush out the real murderer, and then I can take him by surprise.
Pardon me, but I think your presence today at televised debate kind of establishes your presence here at Cedar Falls.
Surprisingly, Mr. Alcala seems to have a point. The best thing that I could ask, the thing that I want, is for you to please stay out of it and let the professionals do their job. Good day.
Let the professionals do their job. What a crock.
No. She was in here the other day. Had some sort of vision over by the machine where Mel was shot. I couldn't get anything out of her. She just bolted. Perhaps you may be able to find out something.
Well, I'll give it a try. Excuse me.
I did not interrupt the cycle. The clothes were done. I must use this washer. The other bothers me.
Hey, that's fine. They're not mine anyway. I was just looking for some answers to some questions.
Oh, well, answers you say. Well, I can see it all, and I know it all. I have the future and the past at my disposal.
Oh, good. Then maybe you can tell me something about my brother's murder.
Murder.
Yeah, he was shot right over there, right by that machine. Larry here thinks you might have seen something.
I see nothing, I know nothing. Leave me alone.
Excuse me.
Come on, you must have some kind of image in your head.
Oh, it's very fuzzy. I see a man, but his face is blurry. He holds a gun. He's in a hurry, and he's very nervous.
Can you describe him, his features? What do he look like?
He's blurry. I cannot see the face clearly.
What about the basics? How tall was he? What color was his hair?
All I can see is dark hair. He's well groomed. He's medium height. His eyes, I cannot see them, but I can feel them. They are dark and sinister. He acts one way, but his eyes, they tell another story.
You know, thank you. You've been very helpful. You keep working on that vision thing. Larry, finish up my laundry, will you? I'll be back.